Alright, shall I before you or after you? Okay.
You get to sit before me because
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Alright.
I welcome Pedro.
Thank you so much for having me. It is my pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it. Welcome everyone back to Build with K-Pop podcast with our guest Pedro Alex Argueta.
That's perfect. That's hello audience. Very nice to see you all.
Tell us about yourself.
All right.
Actually, before you, I apologize.
Okay.
First take. On this podcast, we build tech, businesses, and cities. So today we'll be building a Pomodoro Timer. Stay tuned for this episode. Yes, Pedro Alex Argueta, how are you?
Hello everyone. Hello Kipler. I'm doing well. Introduce myself. What do you want? Like a fun fact or?
Yes, fun fact.
Fun fact. Okay, my fun fact is I got hit by a cow when I was a kid. Like I grew up on a farm, so like I'm very much like an urban-based person now. But when I was younger, I grew up on a farm, so like I was very like exposed to like being out in the field, like working with the cows and everything. So most people, I feel like when they see me, they wouldn't assume like farmer boy, but that's where I come from. So that's my fun fact.
You identify as farmer boy.
No, not that I would identify as that. I identify as I have a background of farm life, but truly, truly I am. I would say I would identify myself as a partner, a son, a dedicated employee. Those are some of the things that I would use to describe myself.
The last sentence, I do not remember. Can you repeat?
A dedicated employee.
Thank you, dedicated employee.
Yeah.
Alright, so thank you for this intro. I'm glad to have you in this episode.
Thank you.
Today we'll be building a Pomodoro Timer application. Do you know what that is?
I do not, so maybe let's start there.
So Pomodoro Timer
Okay.
is a system in which you time your task with breaks in between. So you do 25 minutes of active work.
Okay.
And you do 5-minute rest.
Okay.
And you do that on your based on your activities and the time you have.
Okay.
And so we'll be building a way for people to have that experience on themselves.
Like a tool.
Yeah.
Take over the table.
And
Bad idea.
This is our setup. I feel like we should.
We're gonna eat pizza.
Okay.
Sorry,
We'll
podcast.
continue.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. We're back. We have a pause. This pause is sponsored by Church Network. This is for Christians and churches who are interested in spiritual abundance. Churches can join for free today. ChurchNetworkApp.com. Schedule an appointment with us. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Amen for that. Amen.
So we're back from our break that was sponsored by Church Network, mobile app for Christians and churches looking for spiritual abundance. If you're a church interested in increasing your engagement, membership, and tithe, then join our network today for free with Church Network Admin. For more information at churchnetworkapp.com. And we're back with Pedro. How are you, Pedro?
Amen to that. I am doing well. I'm very full after lots of pizza. Had the sustenance for the day. Now we're ready to talk. We're ready to talk tech, cities,
And business.
and business.
Yes, excited. So for this episode, our theme related to the project we're building is the Pomodoro Timer. Now, do you remember what it is?
Yes, it's a system of, I guess, a metric of, or a system by which you track productivity, or by which you engage in productivity, where you work for 25 minutes, was it?
Yes.
Yes, 25 minutes and 5-minute breaks until you reach a milestone in whatever your project you're working on.
Yes, that is 100% correct. Maybe it's not 100%. 99.9%.
I got the gist of it.
Yes.
The gist has been acquired.
And I think I gave the right definition. That's why the 99.9%.
Okay.
And so my vision, and I would like to hear your vision first of what you would how you would want. Let's say it's on your phone or your computer. How would you
Okay.
want that to look like?
How would I want that to look like? Okay. I'm thinking something that's easy, but also will hold me accountable. Like, I don't want it to blend into the background where it's something I'll forget about. Oh gosh, I envision it as almost like an hourglass type of thing. But it's just my like phone, like I pull it up on my phone, right? It's just like my phone screen. Maybe it's like a solid background color, and the sand, if you will, is a different shade of color, maybe just like flowing down the screen. And really for it to get from top to bottom, that's the 25 minutes right there. So I can watch this kind of like digital hourglass sitting on my desk while I work with like a cool color, like customizable. Like if I'm feeling like hot pink kind of day or like olive green, like I could change that color for my hourglass.
That sounds beautiful actually. Can you guys picture this? What you're describing? Because I could picture it, and I thought it was amazing. So questions I have for you.
Okay.
I do like your idea. I'll share mine if you want to share now or later.
Yeah, no, share now, please. Please share away.
Okay. So the vision I had in mind was as simple as possible. There's always it's one of the goals always is to make it simple. And I was thinking of having two colors, green and red, to signify like the 25 minutes and the 5 minute breaks. And just a clock that was running down and that was like pulsating to show progress. I gotta say that once I've heard your idea, I thought it was amazing, and I prefer this myself currently.
As you were talking to, like you shared your vision of having like a pulsating timer. In my vision, I almost saw like no time at all. Like I feel like numbers would almost be a distractor to me. Like the essence of this, like I want to get into a flow state. How do I detract the most amount of distractions, and how do I get rid of that so that I'm focused on my work? Like I can still get a sense of how deep I'm into this period of work by looking at the level of the hourglass going down, but there's no numbers to distract me, because if I see numbers I'm like, oh, like 20 minutes left, like that's so long, versus seeing just like a different coloration on the screen. I'm like, oh, like it's progressing, like I'm getting there, I'm doing some work. I think that would allow me to get into that flow state versus seeing like numbers, which I would see as a distraction for the purpose of this.
So I have to ask you then. I understand now. Then I was gonna ask you if you wanted the numbers to show. You answered that.
Oh yeah, I answered your question.
And I understand now why. Now you for the colors, would you like to let's say like I or you download the app, right?
Yeah.
You're using it. What color is the hourglass? What like is
I almost saw like solid white background and like green, like maybe like solid white background, green overlay. I press go as an example, right? The green just kind of starts to, like flow down the screen, revealing the white background. And then when it's all white, it's like back to blank slate. Like I can take my break now.
wait?
And green will also like motivate me to like go go go. Green.
Huh.
Yeah.
I have to ask you more clarifying. I'm not entirely sure I understand properly.
Okay.
So we start with a white screen, and you press go.
Mm-hmm.
The go is it a like a play kind of button?
I saw a play button in my
Okay.
vision. I saw a play button.
So press the play button, and then what happens?
The screen flashes green,
It's green.
and it floods green. Like it just becomes green.
Okay, so it becomes green,
Yeah.
and then
That's where the hourglass animation starts.
okay, so
Where it
then
starts like almost like water falling down. The
oh
green revealing the white behind.
until
The
it says
green is
go.
gone.
Okay, and once the green is gone, that's when we're in pause.
Break mode. Yeah.
And that is that a white background?
Yeah. That is what.
And so like it's a white going green.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, did you guys hear that? That sounds amazing. I'm very excited to have this built.
Okay.
So some of the things we have to think about.
Okay.
Like right now, that will be our base model.
Mm-hmm.
That's the product we want to build, guys, and we'll figure out how to build it. We have 2 episodes to build it, so that's 2 weeks. So let's see how we're gonna do it. For now, we do have to ask some questions about
Okay.
what's important, like some of the settings. So maybe the person wants to do, or do you just want to make 25 5? Because that's
No, I mean, I think you want to have it be customizable, right? Like 25/5 is going to work for some people, but maybe it's something small that I need to accomplish that I know will take me less time, and I need to really, like hold myself accountable to it. Maybe I want to change it, right? Like just depending on what I'm feeling. Like I feel like there should be that level of customizability.
so. If you have this product in your hands, do you see it helping you being productive, or yes? How do you feel about it? Let's imagine you have it and you just started. Let's say you want to do your projects for YouTube, right? And so, yes, how would you? Do you think
I here's how I see it helping me. The biggest source of distraction when I'm trying to focus on something is me like say I'm editing a video. I come across a point where I'm like maybe stuck a little bit or whatever. I'll sit back in my chair, I'll pull out my phone. Like I'll open like whatever, like LinkedIn, which is where I go to the most, and like start scrolling. I envision me being like these next 25 minutes are going to be pure work.
Yes.
I preemptively pull out my phone and open this app that it kind of locks me out of like it doesn't have to do it like physically lock me out of like going on other apps, but just the fact of like I'm seeing my phone, I'm using my phone as this like accountability tool. Like I can't get distracted using my phone because it's what I'm using to be productive. That's how I see it helping me. But that's like my experience with distractions. Like my phone is the biggest source of that.
Okay. I have to ask you this question because I've worked with the aspect. So let's say you're in the application and the timer is going off, and to block the distraction, like once you press the back button, it doesn't do that. It asks you, like, are you sure you want to break progress? To break progress,
Yeah.
because let's say it counts as like every time you do 25 block, like the block that you do, that's one stick of progress.
Like a token.
Yes, a token of progress.
Mm-hmm.
So then every time you destroy that, every time you press,
You kind of lose a streak. It's like having a streak. Yeah.
So
I like that.
So you would want to like have a little like dialogue. Inside.
Yeah, it'd be nice too if it was like, I don't know. Yeah, I think I just agree with your point of like, okay, let me exit out of this, and it's like, are you sure you want to break the progress? It's like you're almost there. Like you got this. Are you sure? Like maybe something like both positive that is encouraging, but also making you aware of the consequences. Like even if it could have a counter, like oh, you're one more block of time away from hitting like a 10 in a row streak or something like that. I think that would be cool.
Okay. And guys, I think for now we have enough footage to meet our 10-minute requirement. And we can have more if you'd like to talk about, to speak more.
The only other thought I had too was like, what if I don't want to use my phone, right? Like, what if I'm good about putting my phone away, but I need something to keep me accountable? Maybe it's like a widget that I can pull up on my desktop that is the same visual interface, but it's just like off to the side of my like screen, if you know, like, you know what I mean? Like I think that like having the ability to do it on mobile and then like having like a little app that I could open on my desktop, like that would be cool too. That was the only other thought I had, but I am very much looking forward to seeing this come alive. I am putting myself out there as the first user of this as well.
Yes.
So I will be test driving this.
I'm actually, I do apologize. You won't be the first. I'll have to be the first.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. You're the builder. Though.
Yes, I'll be the builder and you'll be the
I'll
user.
be the first user.
Okay. Actually, since we do build businesses and might be built a business around this thing, on this the Pomodoro timer. So what do you see as monetization for now currently? For me, I see. Do you want to go first, or would you like me?
You go first because I have nothing on this.
Yeah. So currently, I know that recurring revenue is a popular model, and a freemium model is also popular. Because you said the timer, like the not the timer, the colors being different. I thought we could have a freemium model where people are able to consume the white and green, and if they pay, when they pay, they unlock the ability to change colors. Or we could just have a paid where it's a fixed price, and those are like what I currently think of.
Yeah, I that works, but I as a user I would struggle with bringing myself to pay extra for that, right? Like I'm coming to the app for the usability of it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a good. I think it's a start, right? Like, but I don't know. I don't see myself paying for that upgrade.
Okay, but you would use it for free.
Yeah. I would use it for free for sure.
Would you buy it for $2.99 for all the value that it brings you?
I would consider it, sure.
Okay.
Like if I was really in a rut or like in a like experiencing some sort of like creative block and like I was trying to do everything possible to get myself to focus, I would give it a go.
Okay. And once you solve that problem, would you recommend it to friends and family?
If it's helped me, if it's been a positive experience, yes.
Okay. So you hear it first, guys. He said that he will either use it in a freemium model. He might not purchase a skin, so we don't really want to sell that to him. So we want to sell him a paid version. So that's what we'll be building for Pedro, Alexander, or Ghetto, Alex. But do you prefer Alexander or Alex?
It's fine. What you said is perfectly fine.
Okay. And that will be that'll be it, guys. We'll meet up again next week for the Friday episode. Once we have our prototype functioning, so we can have a feedback and see what he thinks if the client is.
Thank you for having me on the channel. I also produce life documentaries on my channel, which is going to be linked below, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be linked below. So.
The 12th star.
Yes.
What do you do? What's your content?
I'm trying to produce content around my car. I just got a new car, so I'm trying to produce automotive content.
Would you say it was a dream car?
It was a dream car.
He got his dream car.
It
and
is
how
a dream
young
car.
are you, Pedro?
I am 20. I was 23 when I got it.
He was 23 then.
It was an early 24th birthday present to myself.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you enjoying your car?
I love it. I have so much fun in it.
He's living the dream, guys. A happy dream. We will link his YouTube below. Check it out and check out his car. Thank you for visiting. And once again, this is provided by Church Network. Peace.
Bye.